The last thing we're going to talk about is some of the fun things that you can do in Google Slides. So you'll have a chance to play around with some of these things today. Usually your teacher might not ask you to do these things, but just so you know that they are things that you are able to do. Okay, let's first talk about adding a text box. So you might be in a slide and you might want to add some text or some words. It's very easy to do that. All you need to do is come up to this taskbar that's right here, and you're going to click on the box that says T, T for text. Okay, so if I click on T, you can see now that it's kind of orangey. Okay, so I can add a text box anywhere I want. So I'm going to hold down on my button, and I'm going to draw a text box right there. Okay, so I can type anything I want here. It looks a little bit small to me. I want to make my word bigger. So I'm going to highlight my word. That means I'm going to hold down the button on my computer and I'm going to drag my little cursor across so now it's all highlighted in blue. To make it bigger, I can go up here to where font size is, and I can hit this plus button and you see how my word hello is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I can do that until it's the size that I'd like. While I'm here, there's a lot of different things I can do, but for now I'm going to show you just how to change the color. So to change the color, you might go over to this letter A, and right now it's underlined in black. I want to change the color, and I like this pink. So I changed it to pink, and now you see that the letter A is underlined in pink. That means that's the color I'm using right now. When I look back at my word, it's now in pink. If I wanted to change it or do something else with it, I can always click here again. And you see there's my text box. Remember, you can move your text box by clicking not on the word, but on a different part. Sometimes if it's not moving, like right now I'm trying to drag and it's not moving, it's helpful to click away in a different part of your screen and then come back to your text box and drag it. Okay, remember if you click on any of these blue squares, it'll make your text box smaller or larger. You can change the size. Okay, I want to show you something else, which is adding a shape. So this is another thing we might not use too much, but it's an important thing to know how to do. If I want to add a shape, I can click right up here where there's a circle and a square. Those are shapes that I know. So that reminds me that that's where I can add a shape. Click on those, and there's so many different types of shapes I can add. There's shapes, and when you put your mouse on top of it, your little finger on top of it, you'll see different shapes pop up. There's arrows. These are like speech bubbles. And then there's different things that you might use in math that can go right there. I want to add a lightning bolt. I see a lightning bolt there. So I'm hovering over shapes and I'm going to move my mouse over and click on the one I want to add, which is a lightning bolt. It's not there yet. I see my little cursor now looks like a T. So I'm going to draw this lightning bolt anywhere I'd like to on the screen. To draw it, it's the same thing that you did with the text box. You're going to click with your finger and hold your finger down on your mouse pad, and you're going to drag until you get the kind of shape that you want. So I can make it backwards this way, I can make it really skinny, I can make it really tall. Okay, so however you want your shape to look. When it looks how you want it to look, let your finger off of your mouse pad, and now you have your shape. To change the color of your shape, this time, you're going to make sure that you've clicked on your shape, and you're going to go over to this it looks like kind of a tiny little paint bucket. Right now my paint bucket is underlined in gray, which matches the color of my lightning bolt. I know the lightning bolts are not gray. So I want to click on it, and that's when this paint bucket appears. I'll click on my paint bucket and I can pick whatever color I'd like. Clicked on yellow, and now my lightning bolt is yellow. Same thing as before. Remember, you can drag it, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Okay, so those are some of the super fun things that we can do using Google Slides. Remember to hear your teacher's directions so you know what's expected of you. The next slide is a blank slide, and I want you to try adding a text box, try adding a shape, and try changing the colors. Remember, this is going to take a lot of practice, so if you don't get it the first time, that's okay. You can ask someone for help, you can ask your teacher for help, or you can re-watch this video.